gentlemen, it is time for our co-featured main event of the evening, brought to you by Forum Boxing Incorporated and Caesar's Palace, along with Budweiser, the undisputed king of beers.
Welcome to Fight Heads MMA. I'm here. We are here in Charleston, West Virginia. It's the end of June. It's the Junior Olympics Prep Youth Tournament, and the kids are in here tearing it up. They've been here all week tearing it up. But today, Fight Heads MMA has a special guest, Fast Eddie Cook, former world champion. He done so many things. He's still doing great things in the community with the kids right now. There's a million things I want to say. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on?
How you doing today?
Come see, come say, boo.
What you doing down here at this tournament? What you doing in West Virginia at the tournament?
French, or you ain't know I was bilingual.
See, that's that mess, y'all. That is that mess. That was not me. That was.
I just came down here to support. You know, I like to support the kids, and just encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. You know.
As a former world champion boxer, when you come to these events and you see the small ones and the ones coming up doing it, how does it make you feel?
Oh, it just brings me back, takes me back rather to the days when I was coming up as an amateur, you know. I'm just super excited, honestly. You know, as I was taking the drive down here, I was like, man, I'm so excited to see these little kids do their little thing. And like I said, it just took me back to where I used to fight in the national tournaments and, win some, lose some. But the whole thing is that you get that exposure and you get that experience.
So, have you seen anything great down here just this week since you've been down here?
Anytime you step into that ring, I think you're great. You're taking that chance. So I just cleaned it up like that. How about that?
How about this? Have you been a fan of any of the fighters at this tournament?
Like I said, I'm super excited. I'm like a fan of all of them. They probably think I'm crazy. Like I'm walking up to the kids like, "Can I take a picture with you?" You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just like to encourage them and support these little kids. Make sure that they do what they love to do. Continue to do what they love to do.
I know, because you guys have been explaining to me that this is a very high-level competition. What advice would you give any of the other young coaches that's, coaching the boxing to the kids? What advice would you give them coming into something like this? If they're going to come next year, what advice would you have for them?
In terms of like, if
for their boxers, any advice? It can come from this level or wherever you want it to be.
I mean, I really can't. I don't know. That's well, I have noticed that some of the kids are not. Well, just make sure that your kids are properly prepared. That's all I can say. And that's a universal thing. If you come into a national tournament, you just got to make sure that you're in shape and you're ready to, do what you're trained to do. How about that?
I like that. I like that. So let's talk about your boxing history. We talking about everybody. Yes. Tell me.
My boxing history.
What got you into boxing?
You know what? I started fighting in 1980. I went to. Let me go back. I had some friends that were boxing.
Okay.
And, I found out they were boxing. And I actually followed them to the gym. Not on the stalking mode, but I went with them to the gym.
He got to think about stalker job.
I went with them to the gym.
Okay.
And I just joined the gym and they didn't stay with it that long, but I actually stayed with it. It kept me out of trouble. It granted me the opportunity to travel the world, and see new things, meet new people, just the whole nine. But the bottom line is, it definitely kept me out of trouble.
Who was your first coach? Boxing coach?
First coach, Ches. It was a husband and wife team.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Faye Millette, who I talked to still, and Marvin Millette. I still talk to Marvin Millette as well. And I talked to Teron Millette and try to stay in touch with the Millette family.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Faye and Coots. We call them Coots, Coots.
Okay.
Faye and Coots.
Faye and Coots.
They're like the mother and father of Paigedale. Everybody loves Faye and Coots.
That's what's up.
I mean, they've done a remarkable job in Paigedale, and they've done a lot of things to help the youth in Paigedale.
Oh, we're going to have to look them up.
Paigedale, Missouri.
Okay. You are from St. Louis.
St. Louis, the Show Me State. Yeah.
So,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Yeah, I gotta look it up though. I think I was the 7th world champ to come out of St. Louis.
Wow.
You know, you had Henry Armstrong, the Spinks brothers, Archie Moore, somebody else. I think I was number 7 though. That came out of St. Louis.
That's still in the top 10. That's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I think just to be on that list at all is great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Because
I'm not
my
trying
name ain't never gonna be on there
like that, but that's awesome.
At what point in your amateur career did you decide, okay, I'm gonna go, I want to go pro eventually?
Well, you know, when I fought in the actually fought in the '84 and the '88 Olympic trials. When I lost in the '88 trials, and this was I was in the military then, and
Hold on. Did you just say you're former military too?
yeah.
Well, thank you for your service, young
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
All right.
So my friends, Kennedy McKinney, who else made that team? Kennedy McKinney made the team. Anthony Hembrick, Ray Mercer, and we call him Bam, Andrew Maynard. All those guys made that team. Excuse me.
Coach got about 10, he got about 10 phones.
Sorry about that. And they all made the team, right? And then they made the team. They went over there. They did the thing in Korea, and then they came back and they turned pro. So, excuse me, I didn't make the team. Oh, excuse me, because I had lost to.
That's them damn dots.
Yeah, look here, Chinese food. I lost to my homeboy Arthur Johnson. He made the team, so I didn't make the team. And I just want to put this as a sidebar. Had I made the team, I would have medaled out because I had the other. I'm saying that because of the other military folks that were on that team. Like we were so it's a close knit, family. It's like, man, we all pulled together. But that's just my little sidebar. All right. But they made the team. They turned pro, and then I was still in the military, and then I started shopping around for managers and promoters and things of that nature. And then, long story short, I was able to get a promoter and a manager out of Las Vegas. So when I got out the military, I just strolled to Las Vegas and started training in boxing.
Really?
For Las Vegas Gloves, and the promoter was Top Rank.
Dang.
So I had a stellar amateur career though. See, because at one point as an amateur, I was number 1 in the nation, number 5 in the world. So I was known. But my first amateur boxing match was international boxing match was USA versus the world, and this will date you because of Wide World of Sports. So if you know anything about Wide World of Sports, I used to come on.
Yes.
Yeah. So my first international match was USA versus Ireland. We fought in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So that was I think it was in '85. I think it was 1985. I'm not sure, but yeah, I was 18 years old, so
Okay,
USA versus world. Stopped the guy in the second round. I was like super excited, and so I'm saying all that to say that I've always been on the television. So that helped my amateur career out. With me being on TV and fighting on ESPN as an amateur and things of that nature. So yeah.
Wow, that's great. Sometimes we don't get to hear and know all of those things, and probably some of the best boxing people out here probably didn't even know that about you.
Yeah, they probably didn't. Yeah, so I'd always been on TV, and like I said, that helped me out. So you gotta have a decorated amateur career, which will in turn help you out as a professional. But if you're going into the professional ranks and you have no background in terms of amateur boxing, it's going to be real hard. Not saying that you can't make it, but I'm just saying it's going to be kind of hard to actually get moved and get placed into that situation when you are actually fighting for a world title.
So it does help if you have an amateur career and it's pretty good.
Yes.
When you're going into your pro career.
Absolutely.
Because people take your name from your amateur career and bring it with your pro career.
Yeah. And especially if you have that gold medal, or even if you have that Olympic experience, that'll just put you up there.
Since yesterday you were explaining to me about what they're looking for, the judges here at this Junior Olympic boxing. Explain that to me one more time.
No, what I was saying is that they're looking for Olympic style boxing.
Okay.
That's what they're looking for. And the one fight that I was talking about was how the guy was doing a lot of counter punching, but he was doing a lot of movement and how he was showing a ring generalship. But the other guy was was putting on the pressure. And so people would think that the guy who's putting on the pressure was winning the fight. Well, not necessarily, because you gotta also take into account how the other guy was moving and how he was countering and how he was coming off of the pivots and things of that nature. So that's what I'm saying. They're actually looking for the Olympic style boxing, not the slugfest or anything like that. And I always reference the 1984 team, Olympic team, where you had Mark Breland, Mildred Taylor, was that Pernell Whitaker, like those guys. Those guys. When I'm just talking about boxing and showing the amateurs, the guys who I might come into contact with and train, I'll show them those tapes and say, see, these guys right here, this is what they're looking for. They're looking for stuff like this. See, these guys, they're throwing 100,000 punches, and most of the punches are landing, and they're more accurate, and they have ring generalship, and they have the movement, and they have all of that. So this is what they're looking for in terms of Olympic style boxing.
So that's what y'all need to remember when you're bringing your teams and your kids up here to box, that they're looking for Olympic style boxing.
Right.
And you got to go back and check some of the history of Olympic style boxing.
Right.
And get familiar with it, so you know what to teach the kids, and they'll be ready when they come here. So, your first professional fight.
First professional fight, Hacienda Hotel, Las Vegas, 1990. That's where I got to meet my homeboy, Red Fox.
What?
Yeah, he was at the fight. I met Red Fox. Funny dude too. I think I stopped the guy like the second round or something like that. You know, I forgot his name, and I just knocked him out, and that basically just launched my career. And then my first 12 professional fights were all knockouts, and then I lost a fight due to my activities. You know, I lost a fight in Arizona, and actually, then I came back and I had like I'm gonna call it a confidence building fight, but I didn't need any confidence because, you know, I never lost it. But I came back and I fought a guy named Lee Cargo, and then I got the opportunity to fight for the title. So that loss was, in essence, a blessing, because most of the time world champs don't want to fight undefeated fighters because they can't find any flaws. So when I lost, and they thought that I had a flaw, you know, and then I fought the guy for the world title. But this is the kicker though, check this out. So I fought the guy from Venezuela, and a lot of people don't know this. I fought a guy from Venezuela. His name was Israel, what was Israel's name? Contreras, yeah, Israel Contreras. Okay, well, as an amateur, I got stopped by a Venezuelan in a tournament, right?
Oh.
Yes, I got stopped at first or second round. I think it was in Florida, USA versus Venezuela. But the guy stopped me. This was like as an amateur. So we moved forward. Fast forward to my pro career and fighting for the world title. That's one of the reasons. That was Israel Contreras' friend, the guy who stopped me in the amateurs. Oh. Yes. So that's one of the reasons that he wanted to take the fight against me, because he thought he was going to come in to Las Vegas and knock me out. But it was
get
a
his
different story.
Get his friend's honor back.
Exactly. No, his friend.
Give his friend a little more honor.
Right. See, but that was the amateurs. Yeah, his friend did what he did in the amateurs. But see, we're talking about a whole new ball game. We're in the pros now. So yeah, he thought he was gonna come down to Las Vegas and just walk through me. And it's the kicker too. He said he wasn't. They said that he wasn't, but he came to Vegas 10 pounds overweight. That's what they said, but they said he wasn't. Yeah. Yes. So you see how disrespectful that was. And not only that, that was so unprofessional. But nevertheless, you know, I did what I had to do, knocked him out. They say I broke his jaw.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It doesn't make a difference, you know. But yeah, and a lot of people don't know about that story. That I fought his friend, and he probably was talking to his friends like, "Oh yeah, I stopped him, man. It's no big deal. You go down there, man. You'll knock him out too." Thought he
had that weakness on hook for you.
Please, man. You can't beat anybody that's hungry.
Ooh, y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
I was too hungry, like literally and physically. Like literally, I was hungry, man. You know, I wanted to become a world champ after I saw the benefits of becoming a world champ. But this is the kicker, though. You know what? I might sound like I'm contradicting myself, but becoming a world champ was a blessing and a curse.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us how.
Yes. We don't have enough time for me to tell.
Y'all know it's bad if you ain't got enough time.
Yes. I mean, you know.
But what would you give any of these new young fighters, boxers coming up, as far as when they get to that level, when they do maybe get that championship, that world title? What advice do you have for them once they get up there and then all those lights and everybody's, hey, you're the man, and this and that's going on? What advice do you have to
don't
give
get
them?
caught up in that hype. I'm telling you, because that's all it is hype. I'm sorry. So when the lights go out, the lights go out. You understand what I'm saying? When you're done boxing, all those people that were around you, all those people that were around you, man, will they still be around you? Yeah, it's all hype, man. What I would advise you to do is that, because I was trying to do this while I was boxing as a professional. I was trying to go to school. So,
Yeah,
go
I
to
would imagine
school,
it's
learn
hard.
about investments, something like that. Because we've dealt with some people that had money, but what they did not do is they did not teach us about
How to
what
handle
to do
it.
with our money. Yeah, I mean, you already had money. You should have been teaching us how to handle our money. So, yeah, learn about investments, invest in real estate, take care of your money, get in the game and get out. Don't stay around too long. And just as a sidebar, it's not gonna be any more of that Mayweather money. Y'all can hang that up. That's not gonna
Just
happen.
to let y'all know.
That's not gonna happen, Captain. So make your money, get in, get out.
Did you do that? Were you able to come to a point where you were able to manage your money good?
I didn't get the opportunity to make any money. See, people thought I made money. They make any money, man.
I think a lot of times we think that a lot of y'all are making money.
No.
Just because y'all on TV and we get to see y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not making any money. And all right, this might educate you. This may be new for some, a review for others. But look, here are the percentages that I had to deal with. Anytime you fight for a title, 1% comes off the top for the government sanctioned body. It may have changed back then, but we're talking about the 90s, all right? So 1% government sanctioned body gets that. Then you got your cut man. You get your cut man 2.5%, okay? Then you got your managers. Let me go to trainer. Trainer is like 10%. Right. Then you got your manager. It depends on how the deal is structured. It could be anywhere from 25 to 33.33%. Right. Then you have your uncle. Uncle who? Uncle Sam. So you got to pay Uncle Sam 35%. So we've already hit what? 35, 25, 10, 2.5. You know what I'm saying? So we're in the 70s. We're in the 70s, yeah. So you're not making any money. The only way you really make money is if you get into the millions. Not only that, the only way you really, really make money is if you become your own manager. And you do your own promotion. Because if you become your own manager, then you've knocked out 25 to 33 of the percentage.
Right.
And then you can also incorporate yourself. It's your line. Then your last line of expense. You can buy all this other stuff, and then the leftover money will drop down to your bottom line, right? And that's what you pay your taxes off of. But I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. I'm just letting you know.
But you saying that's what you dealt with.
Yeah. So those percentages are crazy. So you're not really making any money, man. And then comparing and considering.
That's a lot of people getting paid before you get paid, and you was the one
considering
working.
what you're going through to make that money.
Yeah.
And not only that. So let's say you get $100,000 for a fight.
Okay.
All right, and then we're not even saying a title fight, so we're gonna just eliminate the government sanctioned body 1%. All right, so you got 10%. Went down 2.5%. You gotta have a cut, man. You gotta pay your cut. 10% manager, 2.5%. We're gonna go at the highest end. Now we're gonna stay at the lowest end. 25% for the manager. 25. 77.5 out of your 100,000. You get to keep the rest. And then what happens if you get injured? And that's your only means of income.
Oh, you done.
And you get injured. You understand what I'm saying?
You don't have nothing to fall back on but that little bit of money.
Yes.
And that doesn't last long,
It's not going to last long, no. And if you haven't done the necessary things that you need to do to make sure that you're safe and secure while you're boxing and after you're boxing, it's not going to last long now.
Well, how do I see all of these young boxers, I'm talking about the professional young boxers, how are they running around with all this expensive jewelry and cars and
I don't know.
Make it, that's what I want to know too. Yeah, so we can get some of that.
And see, that was never my thing, Like, I was never into all of that, That wasn't all
Where do
of
you
that
think they
business.
got that from? Do you think, I think sometimes they will make a choice on what they think they're going to get from it.
Well, they probably think that that's the lifestyle that they need to live, because that's what they see. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of what you see doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you should live.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about your fight with Mr. Barrera.
But Antonio.
Before you answer that question, let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Do you think you maybe should have, because you were on a little layoff when you came into that fight, right?
Hey, this is what happened. All right. So I went over to Colombia, South America, defending my title in South America against number one contender, Julio. Now, Julio Alicia. Julio, yeah, Alicia. I think that's. Excuse my French. And okay, so hard fought, 12 rounds. It was like 10 o'clock. I mean, it was so hot. It was hot. It was extremely hot over there. Check this out. I'll tell you a story. So I'm upstairs. The fight was in a bull ring. The actual ring was in a bull ring.
Okay.
Oh. Right, yeah, bull ring. So I'm upstairs, right? It's time for us to come down and fight, right? So I walk downstairs, the team and I walk downstairs, and before I actually walked on the dirt, I had an extra pair of socks. So I was like, Coach, put these socks over my boxer shoes so that I won't track that, in the ring, right? So I get in the ring, takes the socks off, and then you know how we do. We hop around and things like that. So I'm hopping around the ring, right? And I go back to the corner. I say, hey, man, some sand in this ring. So he notifies, he lets the people know that there's sand in the ring. So they get in the ring, right, and they act as though they're sweeping the sand up or getting it out of the ring. And while that's going on, the national anthems are still moving forward. Like everything is moving forward. The next thing I know, ding, the bell has rung. So now I'm already psychologically messed up. I don't know if you guys know anything about fighting, especially street fighting, is that, if you slip, you know what I'm saying, then that's it. That's it. So if you look at the fight, you'll see that I'm actually slipping. I couldn't get my stance.
Bearings.
Yeah, so I couldn't plant because I kept slipping. So anytime that little slip, what that does is that takes a little power off your punches, and that was a setup. Now I don't know how he was able to manage.
They had to fix for him.
Produce, do what he did in the ring. I don't know how he was able to manage that, having that sand in the ring, but I was psychologically messed up for a few rounds, so I couldn't really plant. I couldn't really, get my punches off. But as the fight progressed, I had to get past that, right? So then that's what took me so long in terms of going out to get him, because I could not plant because I kept slipping in the dang on sand. And so he was able to knock me down, and I was able to knock him down. I put everything that I sweated. I didn't think he was gonna get up. He got up. I was like, what? This dude got up. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe he got up. But he got up, we went on. And if you look at the fight, the fight it has been doctored. I'm telling you that right now. Because at the end of the fight, we both had to go to the hospital. I got dehydrated. And I had a cut over my eye, so I had to get stitches. Guy had 5 facial wounds. He had to get 35 stitches. He stayed in the hospital for 11 days. He could not fight for 3 months, and I still lost my title. Yes, no, I'm not making this up. This is a fact. 5 facial wounds, and you can't tell on TV. I got the article and everything, because when we went to the hospital, I went over to his, where he was in the bed, and I asked him for a rematch, and he looked at me like, hell no.
He said, you better give him raw.
He's all jacked up. He was cut. He had 5 facial wounds. He had 35 stitches, bruised ribs, a lesion on his hand. He stayed in the hospital for 11 days. He couldn't fight for 3 months. Yeah, I still lost my title. So then, okay, I lose my title. So after that, I go through this whole process of no fight. So I had a new manager and a new trainer and everything, but I couldn't get a fight for 2 years. Right? I'm saying somebody blackballed me. Who knows what happened, man. But I couldn't get a fight for 2 years.
They was mad you put them paws on, old boy. That's what that was.
So I don't know what happened. So finally I get a fight. In this, by this time I've moved back to St. Louis, and I had my original trainer training me, Mark Millette, a.k.a. Coots. So I get a fight, and the guy got a new manager. He called me and said, we got a fight for you. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and tell you, but really, okay, check this out. Months before, check it out, because it's going to help you young fighters out. So months before that fight with Julio, no, with that fight with Herrera, I had bumped into another fighter from Texas, and he told me, we just chopping it up. He said, Eddie, man, anytime a fight doesn't go on, barring any catastrophes, the promoter could get sued. I said, "What? I didn't know that, man." I said, "Fine." So we move forward to the Barrera fight. So I moved back to Missouri. I'm a trainer, Martin Millette, aka Coos, training me, and I get a call from the manager, the new manager. I'm not gonna say his name, and it doesn't make a difference. So he said, "I got a fight for you." I said, "This is what I said." Okay, bet. Send me 3 tickets. Yeah, because he's not relevant. He's not relevant. Yeah, I don't even know if he's still alive. You know what I'm saying? So send me 3 tickets. Send me a tape of the guy. And he told me, I said, "How much is the fight?" He said, "The fight is for 25. I said, "Bet." And send me the contract. Cool. I get the package. In the package is 1 ticket. And there's a contract in there for 15,000. So, no, man. I mean, you know what? I didn't go to Vegas.
2 tickets and 10,000 short.
Hold up, check it out. So I didn't go to Vegas, right? So they called me and they was like, "Okay, Eddie, what happened? You didn't make the press conference." I said, "Man, I told you to send me 3 tickets. I didn't say anything about the contract, though." I said, "I told you to send me 3 tickets." So we get the other 2 tickets, right? And then we fly out to Vegas. Long story short, we get to the fight was at Caesar's Palace. So I get to the table. In professional boxing, you got to sign your contract at the table and then step on the scale. So I get to the table and they have a copy of the contract that's got 15,000, right? And I was like, "No, I'm not doing this, man. I'm not doing this, no." Now, mind you, I got a fight that night. I said, "I'm not doing this," and I walk away. So the promoter, he comes, he said, "Eddie, what's up?" I said, "No, man. My manager said it was for 25. So the promoter said, 'Look, we'll give you the 15 and your manager give you the 10. I said, "No, I'm not doing that, man. No, I'm not doing that." So he said, "Okay, step on the scale. Step on the scale. And then, we go back to you and we'll call you." I said, "Fine." So I stepped on the scale. I did not sign my contract. Remember what the old fighter had told me, saying anytime a fight doesn't go on, barring any catastrophes, the promoter can get sued. So the fight wasn't going on unless the contract was right. Okay, so I got a hard ball like that. I bet. So I go back to the room. I get a phone call. He said, "Okay, we can do 22.5. Where did that 7,500 come from that fast? Maybe it was more than 25. It could have been 30. It could have been 40. It could have been 50. There's no telling. But all of a sudden, we pull a 75 out the hat. I said, "Man, you know what?" So, man, the bottom line is that I had to fight that night. I'm not going to even tell you. No, I ain't going to even bring this up, but it was a lot of stuff going on at Vegas, and there was a lot of stuff going on at Caesar's Palace. So, I went on, it was a lot of stuff going on that day. Seriously.
It was bad there, y'all.
And you know what? Not only that, I still got the documentation. I got all the contracts. I got all of that stuff. As a matter of fact, I got the pictures of it on my phone because I had to show somebody so that I can prove what I'm saying is right. See, these are facts. I'm not making this up.
Right.
These are facts. I got the paperwork that says it. You know what I'm saying? So I got so much stuff that I can actually write a book and tell a story about what happened in my life in terms of professional boxing.
Be looking for that book, y'all.
Yeah. So, but the bottom line is, okay, so we go to the fight. I'm not really in tip-top shape. And if you look at the fight, he caught me early on. I just wasn't mentally prepared because I had to go through that match. Not only that, gotta fight this cat, man. Wasn't 100%. So, and my back tightened up. See, I've always had back problems.
Oh.
So my back tightened up. If you look at the fight, the round that I get stopped, I wasn't getting dropped. I was taking a knee as he was hitting me because I couldn't bend down. My back was hurting. So, and then, who is it? Carlos Padilla, I think, yeah, he stopped the fight, Yeah, because I know when I went back to my corner,
I could visibly see you were very upset about that.
Yeah, the prior the round before I got stopped, I went back to the corner. I said, "Coos, man, my back tight, man." He said, "Come on, man, you just got to fight through it." So, I went back out there. But the bottom line is, if you look at that fight and you see I'm taking a knee, the only reason I'm taking a knee is because I can't bend down. My back is tightened up, But he was a tough guy. He wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was tough, but he wasn't all that. Then he went on to become, I guess based off of the victory he got off of my name, he went on to do something great,
Do you think that I lost my question. I forgot what I was going to ask him. You done told me so much fantastic stuff. Do you think that another, what you call a confidence-building fight would have been good before that fight with Barrera?
I never lost confidence, though.
I know, but I'm saying just with warm-up fight.
I did have a warm-up fight. Wait a minute. Did I have one? No, that's something else. No, you know what? I can't say.
I think
'Cause I didn't
when
even
I
know
was
him.
watching the fight, I think one of the commentators said you had one, and I was thinking maybe he should have had two.
Yeah.
Since
See,
you
I
have
didn't
been sitting so long, they tried to put you on ice.
Yeah, I didn't even know Burrell though. I didn't know who he was.
You didn't know him before that fight?
No, I didn't even
Oh
care.
wow!
I never cared about who the guy was though. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like, yeah,
Y'all
'cause-
usually don't.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't anyway, so I didn't know him. I fight the guy. I mean, I went to Colombia to fight the guy in his backyard, which was a bad thing, but that was based off of because my promoter had dropped me. Like my promoter had dropped me. Who drops a world champion as their promoter? But I'm not even gonna get into that story because that's another thing. You know.
Oh well, you can if you like. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, though, I didn't have a promoter. That's one of the reasons I went over. I ended up in Colombia, South America. You know, but I mean, I went over there because I didn't go over there thinking I was gonna lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went over there with the intentions of beating his butt, you know, and retaining my title. And in all honesty, I beat him. I don't care what tape you look at. At the end of the day, if it would have been in the States, he would have been still asleep to this day. I did all of that. Listen, I did all of that slipping in sand. Do you understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? I never even got my footing. I never was able to plant correctly. Excuse me. I wasn't able to plant correctly. I'm slipping in sand, and I give him 5 facial wounds, 35 stitches, bruised rib. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
just
enough.
imagine what would have happened
If you
had
had
I
had
been.
your
Yes.
Oh yeah, that
Please.
would have been.
See,
Where'd you get your name?
it
Fast.
was a reporter in Las Vegas. I can't think of his name, but he was real cool. And like I said, my first 12 fights were knockouts, so they just started calling me Fast Eddie, and I just stuck with it. Say, all right, Fast Eddie Cook, that's me.
Yeah, you know what? All boxers tell me that it's not good for y'all to give yourself a name. Y'all allow the fans or
I
someone
didn't
else
know
to
that.
give
Yeah.
y'all a name. I didn't know that either. But that's what they tell me now, that they don't pick their own names, the fans, and other people give them their names. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they called me Fast Eddie because I was knocking everybody out so fast. You know. So, yeah.
Are you a dad?
Am I a dad?
Are you a dad? Are you a father?
Which one is it, dad or father?
Both. Do you have any children?
Yeah, yo.
You better claim them kids. They'll come look. Oh, really?
Yeah.
We not yours?
Yeah, yo. So I love my kids. I definitely love my kids.
And now, right now, after boxing, immediately after you decided that, okay, you're not going to box professional anymore, what did you do?
Oh, no. It didn't even go like that. And what happened was...
Look, he said, no.
It didn't go like that. What happened was I actually, well, after I finished, I would put it like, after I finished, I went to college. I went to school. I went to Virginia University. I have a degree in history. I have a history political science degree. So I went to school and I wanted to actually go back to boxing because I realized that I was fighting a fight that I would never be able to win because these guys were educated. And not only were they educated, they had street knowledge. So I only had the street knowledge. I didn't have the education. You know, I knew how to count and things of that nature. But these guys, I said, you know what? The only way I'm really going to be able to do something is if I get this education.
So what did...
So I actually did sign a contract with Crunks, Manny Stewart.
Okay.
Yeah, after that was in like '96, but just things didn't work out, so I came back to school and graduated and stuff like that in '99. But yeah, I did want to get back into the game, but like I said, it didn't work out, and it just was time to move on.
Right.
You know, so I moved on and did other things.
What is the best punch you ever put on somebody?
I know.
He's so best.
I know the best punch that I got put on with was a doggone hook from Contreras. See, if you ever look at that, if you ever look at that Contreras fight when I fought for the title, it does not look like he was hitting me. Listen very carefully. That dude was hitting me.
Oh, he was.
And those punches were hurting. Yes. I said, God, his grazes were hurting. He was grazing me and they
That's
were hurting.
power.
Yes. Man, I'm so happy I got him. I said, good Lord, this dude can crack. Dude can hit. Yes, he could definitely hit. I remember I'll tell my kids and stuff, I said, you know, I remember one time I got hit so hard that my feet went numb.
Damn.
Yes.
Now that's a truth right there.
Like this.
He
like,
living in his truth when he say that he got hit so hard his feet was numb.
yes,
Jesus.
Yes.
Who,
Yes.
who did that to you?
I don't even remember.
Look, he said
here.
y'all didn't
I
want
don't
to
even
remember.
remember, but I remember getting punched that hard.
Pain make you remember though.
Remember that getting punched that hard. Definitely. I forgot the guy's name, you know. But you know what? Through it all, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, you know, nothing serious.
Do you have any?
happened to me.
Do you have any lingering injuries that you deal with
Yeah, I got
consistently from
yeah,
boxing?
yeah, well, yeah. This happened like when I was in the military. Like I got a back injury, I got a hand injury, I got like other stuff that I actually had.
From other stuff, but not from boxing.
Yeah, from boxing.
Oh, from
yeah,
boxing.
From boxing. Yeah, from boxing and stuff. Yeah, but see, we just was taught to push through. You know what I'm saying? Just push through. Matter of fact, my back injury reactivated like 3 weeks before fighting for the world title.
What?
Yes, I had to go get therapy and everything.
Jesus
I still fought though. I couldn't even get in my car. I couldn't even sit down in my car because
How do y'all do this? How do y'all?
Look, a lot of people don't know
You're in
that.
so much
You
pain
just
and you
know it.
can't even walk.
Back like 3 weeks, they had to pop me back in shape because of my back shifted and all that other stuff.
And that
So,
must
yeah.
have messed up your training camp and everything.
Yeah, it
since
messed
you had to
up. Yeah.
put the kibosh and get your body back
Yeah.
right so you can get in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. But I had the opportunity to fight for a world title. What am I gonna say? No, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
it doesn't
right.
come around like that. So you know, I said, forget this. I'm taking this fight.
So why do we have all of these contenders now feel like they can pass up fights and overlook people?
Oh, I
and
don't know. I can't even speak on that. I have no idea. I have no idea. So
who in boxing? Well, let me ask you this question. Who in boxing do you? I don't want to say follow. Who do you follow? Is there
I don't
anybody
really.
that you follow
No.
or like to see box when they coming up for a bout?
not, I don't follow. I don't follow it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I never was a boxing fan or a fanatic.
You don't have nobody even at your former weight class that you like to watch right now?
No.
You prefer to watch the amateurs and then see what's happening over on the pro side.
Or if it's like some hoopla or something like that, people talking about you gonna watch blah blah blah's fight. I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. You know, but I'm not just gonna like, oh, I can't wait for this fight to come on. You know,
Right.
because the bottom line is that I know how they operate in terms of I know what goes on behind closed doors, like what a lot of the other fans don't see. So you know, like man, I already know what's going on. I already know what's going down. You know?
I always say that through your training camps and all the way up until you step into the ring, there could be something that could change y'all's mind thought about this fight you're going into.
So it's always it's always
You know what I
been
mean?
fun.
Like y'all could be prepared, you're physically prepared, and your mental is right there where you need it to be. You're in your zone, and something from out of the outside can come in and or even within the event,
Yeah.
change your mindset for your fight.
Absolutely. I used to, even when I was boxing, I used to get fan mail from all over the world, and I was getting mail coming to me at the training camp and things of that nature. And my manager was like, "Nah, man, you know, we're not gonna read this. You know, we don't need to look at all this. You know, you
He
need to
stripped
stay
the
focused."
world away from you so you could concentrate on
You
yourself.
need to focus on. You just need to focus on what you got to do. You fight that's before you. So, yeah, man. I still get fan mail just now.
That's good.
I still get it.
You are
It's
very.
like, this is 2018. I still get fan mail.
Let me tell you something. You are very relevant in the boxing community
Thank you very much.
and in the MMA community.
Not the MMA.
Yes, they look at the kids. They look at these young boys, and they gotta find one of y'all former boxers that these kids are looking like now.
Oh, okay.
And you are very, very. I hear your name a lot,
No, that's
a
good.
lot.
That's good.
So thank you for all that you have given to boxing. Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. You know, they help me out. And when I say they, I mean Fan Coos, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, they sacrificed a lot. Fan Coos did. So every time they call me up, if they need something, then I'm on top of it. You know, I remember the toll roads and the raffles and the parties. You know, all this stuff
To
to
raise
get me
money.
from point A to point B. You know, I remember traveling, flying to New York and then catching the bus to Lake Placid. You know, all of that was because of Fan Coos. You know, doing those what's that?
Fundraisers.
Yeah, the fundraisers. Yes. Yeah. I'm up at Lake Placid, New York. Little dude from St. Louis. I'm sitting there in doggone Cairo, Egypt. I'm in San Marcos, Guatemala. I'm over in Cartagena, Colombia. I'm sitting somewhere in somebody else's country. I mean, Seoul, Korea. You know, a little dude from St. Louis.
Korea?
9 of us. You know what I'm saying? Who came up out the system? You know, man. And I'm living a life like, wow, I never knew I would be, you know, taking a 15-hour flight to another country. Like, what? I'm 18 years old in another country. Well, I didn't even go to my graduation.
Because you was off boxing.
Yes, I was off boxing.
Well, I think as a mother, you know, if that's what you wanted to do, I'd have let you do it too.
Yeah, well, yeah, my mom definitely was behind me. Yeah, you see, my mom, I think I get my feistiness from my mom. I'm a little taller than her, so you know she gotta be extra short and stuff.
You too funny. That's him, Mama. It wasn't me.
She coached me though. She was baiting the witness.
Oh Lord Jesus. What was your favorite fight of your career?
My favorite fight?
Yes. Because I know y'all had fights that y'all liked, that y'all was in, that you didn't like.
What? Now listen, so it doesn't have to be professional. The fight that I enjoyed was against, and he's since gone on to glory, may he rest in peace. But the fight that I liked was against Richard Durant in 1985 at the Olympic. What was that? It was the sport. It was called the National Sports Festival back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I fought him in the Sports Fest, and I had lost to him in the Golden Gloves, right? And I came back in '85 and beat him at the Sports Festival. That was like the highlight of my 18. I was 18 of my amateur career. Like I still watch that fight till today.
You're gonna have to send it to me so I can see it.
The Sports Fest. I gotta figure out how. Some of it is on Facebook. I gotta figure out how to take it from. Now we're not dealing with a CD. I mean a DVD. We're dealing with a VHS. You know what I'm saying?
Got to tell me.
I'm saying I gotta convert it to a DVD. Then, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah.
Then get it out there.
Yeah, it was Richard Durant. No, he was a tough guy. I think Durant was from Sacramento. I know he's from California. He was a polished guy. Really tough guy. I had to get him back, girl. Yeah, I had to get him back. And the thing about it is that his coach, it wasn't his coach, because you know when you get to those national levels, you can have coaches appointed to you. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, your coach is not. Well, when we were boxing anyway, when I was coming through, you know, like coach for the North team, coach for the South team, coach for the West team, coach for the East team. You got different coaches.
Okay.
You have your coach on that team. So one of his coaches was Ken Adams, who, now I'm 18, I'm not in the military. So Ken Adams went on to become my Army coach and my professional coach.
Oh, wow.
But check this out. So listen, 1985, I'm number 1 in the nation, 5 in the world as an amateur, right? And I stopped boxing because I had a baby on the way. So what I did was, I didn't think boxing was gonna do anything for me anyway. I need to, go ahead and step up to the plate.
Do the father thing.
I joined the military, 85. So 86 is when I actually went in, 86 to 90. So, and my basic training was at Fort Dix, New Jersey. And then I went and did my AIT. While I was in basic training, I get a phone call. Let's check this out. I get a phone call. Hello? Yeah, this is Ken Adams. Ken Adams, who was an Army coach in Fort Hood, Texas. He was an Army coach. He called me. He said, listen, tell them that you want to go to Fort Hood as your duty station. I said, okay, bet. So like, how did he find out that I was now remember, I was number 1 in the nation, number 5 in the world. I stopped boxing. So how did
that doesn't mean that people are still not looking for you.
No, but how did he find out? This is how he found out. They had a program, when I say they, I mean the U.S., the Boxing Olympic Committee, they had a program called Operation Gold. And basically, Operation Gold was like, you had to stay in the top 3, you had to remain in the top 3, if I'm not mistaken. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, those who are watching this. But I think you had to be in the top 3 in your weight class. You had to stay in the top 3. And then, you would get paid, things of that nature, because they were trying to prepare you for the next Olympics. So I was a part of that Operation Gold program. And see, anytime the Olympic Committee would call you, if they wanted you to go to, let's say, another event, a boxing event, then you would have to go to the training camp down in Colorado, and then move on to wherever you have to fight. So they called my coach in Missouri. The Olympic Training Committee called my coach in Missouri. They wanted me to participate in this international boxing competition. My coach told them that he joined the military. So the Olympic Training Committee, if I'm not mistaken, called Adams. And then Adams was able to locate me, Coach Adams from Fort Hood. He was able to locate me in Fort Dixie, Georgia.
And sent you where you needed to go.
And then he said, when they ask you what duty station you want, tell them Fort Hood. So, you know, I did the basic and went to AIT in Fort Lee. And then after that, went to Fort Hood.
Look
I
at
thought
you.
I thought I was done boxing. I stayed in my station. I stayed in my company for 3 weeks because of the paperwork, and that's all I did was box in the military out there. So that was my job.
Boxing in the military. That's all right. That is all right because it brought you back to us out here in the civilian world.
Yeah.
And you came out here and gave us some great moments in that ring. You gave us some great, but you still got people having flashbacks.
I can't take away things that Fan Coos did because I was #1 before I joined the military. I was already good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The only thing the military, I'm not going to say the only thing, what the military was able to do was to implement within me that discipline, the necessary components that I needed to maintain, and not only maintain, but advance to that next level as an amateur. You know, and then that background and that foundation that the military added to, I was able to use that and move on, you know, to the professional ranks and become a world champion. I said former, I'm thinking past that. Yeah, man, look. But I've had a colorful life in terms of boxing.
So tell the fans what you do right now. What you do right now on your day-to-day. What's your day-to-day?
With that day, well, I'm not gonna tell you everything. I tell you about this though. Yeah, I gotta
Wait a minute. Tell them about your students first. We're talking about that. Tell about your students.
How about I tell you about this?
You know you can't leave them
How
out.
about this? Tell you about this right here. This is a trademark brand.
Y'all hear this, right? He just went all over what I just asked him to do and just going to do what he wants to.
Trademark brand is called Fetty Bear. See, Fetty Bear. Fetty, you know, Fetty means money in modern day colloquialism, or colloquialism.
Give him a good shot of that. Show him the butt.
These are the headphones, so you can get a better shot right there. It's more color.
That's Fetty Bear right there, y'all.
Yeah, Fetty, F-E-T-T-I-B-E-A-R. It is trademark. It's a trademark, so don't try to go and steal it because you know I'm gonna come after you. Listen, I went online because most of the time, well not most of the time, but I check up and see what's going on. So I typed in Fetty Bear and I saw some stuff that I didn't like, so I had to contact my attorney. And then I got an email from a company over in China, right? And they were asking me, did I give permission for this particular company that they named for them to use the domain name Fetty Bear? I said, no, it's not. I didn't give them permission to use.
Somebody was trying to get your little chips,
yeah,
huh?
So I looked up the name of the company, and the company is actually in India. So you know.
That's the
And then I had, and then you know I told you a story that I had with another company that was trying to, you know, I ain't gonna say the name and things like that, but yeah. So
Y'all don't get no free publicity off of us.
yeah, you know, absolutely not. Yeah, this is a trademark brand. It's called, once again, Fetty Bear, F-E-T-T-I-B-E-A-R. FettyBear.com. Check us
Turn
out.
around so they can see them.
Follow us on Facebook.
Flip it up. Let me see that inside. Let me see the inside of that.
Oh,
Yeah, see that?
Oh,
Y'all
they
see that flip? Y'all see the flip? Tell them what them things do. They nice, y'all. They sound good. They look good. They lightweight.
oh yeah. Hold on. Let me.
Am I over here selling your product?
Hey, hold on. Let me see if I can do a little demo real quick.
And Coach is making T-shirts. So
Yeah.
you can get the Fetty Bear T-shirt.
Off
you can
the-
get
off the website.
What are
Yeah.
you calling the headphones Fetty Bears too?
Yeah, these fit. Yeah,
Okay. Oh, see, I see the writing on top of them.
yeah. We just gotta. These are samples, so we just gotta
Okay.
Just
Fetty
gotta-
Bear
make that.
headphones in the house.
Hold on.
And are you going to tell them what you told me a couple months ago?
Hold on, let's get a little sample of this right here.
Okay.
Let's see. Now you can hear him, see. I don't know. Can they hear him? Okay. Man. These are headphones. SD card goes right there. AM. You can use FM radio. It's a
Bluetooth?
Yeah, Bluetooth, wireless. But when you turn these out, they turn into. Well, let me show you. Look.
This is what you call a flip. Take keys from a car to bring. Bentley from him on with K.O.D.
Y'all hear that?
Once again, they turn the speakers when you turn them out.
They want to reply. The number one question is how? How does it feel now that you own? How much you worth? How big is your home? How come you won't get a few features? I think.
That's nice.
You gotta follow us on Instagram at Fetty Bear. They're not on the website yet, so but they will be up soon. So we go ahead and order them.
Yes.
And once again,
it's big as the fucking Atlantic. I'm lit. This is what you call a flip.
it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very nice. Absolutely. He was playing them in the gym today for Chavez Jr. while he was getting his warm-up working out today. And it was like we had a big old stereo in that workout room.
Yeah.
Tell them what else is going on. What else you want them to know?
I mean, that's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, sponsor Fetty Bear. Definitely sponsor Fetty Bear. Yeah. I guess also, I'm trying to start a gym. It's called World Champ Boxing. Website, worldchampboxing.org. Once again, worldchampboxing.org is the website. So it's still in its infancy. So we're still building the programs. All of the program information is not on the website yet, but it will be up there. But yeah, we're trying to just give back. Trying to give back. I'm looking to train about 4 or 5 guys. I think I can handle about 4 or 5 young fellas, you know. But this is the kicker, though. This is what I decided to do because I'm trying to get it where they don't have to pay. But in order for me to train you, this is what I want the kids to do. You know, I have some type of a raffle where you got to actually write a letter to me or the committee explaining why should we train you. Let us know why should we train you, and then you know, from there we'll pick the names and, you know, contact the people and go ahead and just invite them to the gym. And see, I wanted to do it like that because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want you to waste my time. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to be like, yeah, I want to see how this is. No, if you actually sit down and write a letter, that means you actually have to sit down and think about it, right?
Yes.
You gotta think about it and say, why do I want to box? Do I really want to box? Why do I want him to train me? Why do I want them to train me? Why do I want to come to the gym? You know, and that way I know that you're more serious about it than you would be having if you haven't written a letter. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's the idea behind, you know, getting 4 or 5 kids into the gym. You know.
That's what's up.
Yeah. WorldChampBoxing.org. Check us out.
WorldChampBoxing.org, you guys.
Yes.
Go up there, check it out. It's not all the way complete yet, but it's in the infancy stages, and Mr. Cook has some very big plans. He's talked to me about them, so I'm excited for this to happen for him. I'm excited to see the letters that's going to pour in from the children that want to get trained with you. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah,
exciting.
Absolutely.
So is there anybody you want to send a shout out to before we close out here at the Junior Olympic Prep Youth Tournament in Charleston, West Virginia?
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my boy right here from St. Louis.
Hey.
Yes, he brought his team down. Man, come on, man, get a little cameo right here. It's the homie from the loop. Yeah, he brought his team down.
Welcome to FIGHTHEADS MMA.
How are they doing right now? What's it looking like?
Our last one got eliminated last night.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But it's learning. It's all part of learning, man.
Absolutely, man.
You get here, you see the competition that you're up against, you know you got to go back to the gym and work harder.
That's right.
Whole different levels.
That's right.
Tell them what boxing team you are with.
I'm Wellston Boxing Club out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Y'all
The
heard
Loop.
that, right?
The loop. That's right.
Say it again. Say it one more time. Give it to him. Give it to him.
St. Louis, Wellston Boxing Club. And this man is a legend in our city.
Hanging out with
This is the man I show my boys videos of.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking
Appreciate
about.
that, boss.
Thank
sir.
you, baby.
Thank you,
man. Hey, check her out. It's MMA. What is it?
Fight
Club
Heads.
MMA on
Fight
Facebook.
Heads.
Fight Head MMA. Okay.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, but yeah, just a shout out to everybody that actually is participating in this sport. You know, the dedication, especially the dedication that the coaches do because for the most part, these coaches don't get paid to do this. I don't know if people know that. I've seen coaches go in their pocket to make sure that these kids get the opportunity to travel to events like this. You know what I'm saying? So I take my hat out to the coaches that make the sacrifice day in, day out to make sure that these kids are in something productive. You know, not out there on the street doing something that's, you know, that may become detrimental to them.
Yes, yes. I see you with the kids all the time. You are always, when I see you at the events, you are always with the kids. They love you, they come to you, and I see you seek them out. You know who they are, you're watching them, and you're a fan of theirs.
Hey, you know, look here, like I told you.
I don't think that they can wrap their mind around a world champion boxer being a fan of them at this level of amateur.
Yeah. I don't even think they know it, the magnitude of it. Like, you know, I'm the type of dude that's, I never let that go to my head. That never went to my head, that because I'm a world champ. And that's because I had people that kept me grounded. You know, I'm not walking around with my nose in the air like, I'm a world champ, bro. Respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking like that.
And just for some of y'all that don't know, Fast Eddie Cook is a comedian for real. That should have been his calling because he's so daggone funny.
I'm an unemployed comedian. That's the case. Somebody need to give me some money, man.
Y'all heard him out there. Let's get it popping, funny bro. He need a job.
I'm gonna do a GoFundMe page.
Hey,
sure
you know you gonna get some. You know you gonna get some fundraising going up there.
GoFundMe page. I use that money for WorldChampBoxing.org. As a matter of fact, after the website is finished, we will have apparel for sale. You know, that money will actually go towards helping out World Champ Boxing, because once again, my whole idea was to not have the kids to pay. I understand that we're dealing with, you know, well, let me use me as an example, see, because we come from the lower level of socioeconomic scale, so most of the time, you know, the families don't have that type of money, so you're putting in day in and day out. So that's where I'm coming from, that idea and that perspective, like, you know, how about we just go ahead and make this at no charge, but, you know, have people try to help us out and donate, things of that nature. So that's where I am with this. Because I never had to pay a dime. Do you hear me? Listen, I started boxing in 1980. I did not pay one penny. I said a dime. Let me move it down. I didn't pay anything, nothing, as an amateur fighter. Nothing. Thanks to Faye and Coos and everybody else that supported me to make sure I got to the necessary places to not only become in the top 3 as an amateur, top 5, I'm saying top 5, not only become in the top 5 as an amateur, but also to be able to go to these tournaments and things of that nature.
So it is important to support.
Nothing. That's why I try to get over to other people. Like, I paid nothing, man. I paid nothing. And the end result is I was able to become a productive citizen, a productive fighter, and I still have all my senses. Oh, you know what? Let me not say that, because people are going to get mad. Like, what do you mean by you still have all your senses? And you saying that I don't have mine? You know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes y'all come out with some wounds. That are lifelong.
You know, it comes with the territory. I do have stuff that, because of boxing, you know, I'm not 100%, but that doesn't stop me. I'm going to continue. I got to move forward. What I'm going to do? You know, just sit here and die?
How many times a week you go to the gym?
Well, I try to make it as often as possible. I try to make it as often
That's
as
the
possible.
truest answer he can give us right now, you guys.
Yeah, I don't even have like a time frame. Like, I think I can make it to the gym today.
I want to know, because I know that you are close to 757 Boxing Club.
Well, I'm not that close, but...
Well, not in the physical form, but I'm saying...
Oh, you talking about...
You know what I mean. He knows what I
like
mean.
down the street or something.
What do you think, and I know Reggie's going to see this, tell me what you thought or what you think of the bare knuckle fighting event from June 2nd. I know you watched it. You was all up in Coach's phone before he even got out the ring.
I know, yeah, before he even... I saw him take the first step.
And I didn't know that. You told me that today.
But it wasn't the bare knuckle. It was a fight. It was a fight when Junior fought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. But
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah, not that junior.
Oh, see, we got 2 juniors out of 757 boxing: Reggie Barnett
No,
Jr. and
not
then
him.
Chavez Jr. Yes.
Oh, the bare knuckle fight with Reggie Jr. Look, that thing was awesome, man. I was like, wow. I mean, he did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. He put on a nice boxing clinic. You know, it was great. Would I ever do that? No, sir. You know, I tip my hat off to all those cats that did bare knuckle.
Absolutely.
Would I? Please. And I could punch. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way, because I don't know how to pull back on my punches.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like broke hand, first shot. So yeah, he did a great job though.
Do you have an opinion about, well, what I heard was a lot of people gave them pushback, the competitors of the bare knuckles, saying they were washed up and they couldn't compete no more in the boxing world or in the MMA world. I don't think any of that is true about those competitors in that bare knuckle.
Not bare knuckle, man. No,
I think it was
that's a
just.
street fight.
I think it's another level for MMA fighters and boxers to test themselves on.
Excuse me.
It may not be something that I would ever do, but I don't knock the people who do it. I guess
That's a
that's
street
what
fight.
You look.
It's a controlled street fight. That's what that was.
So did you enjoy it?
I watched this fight, yeah. But
Would
just
you-
because I knew him. Though. I didn't look at the other fights.
You ain't watch the other fights on the card?
Nah.
See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm gonna take him in the dark corner when we get done with this interview and show him the rest of the fight. I'm gonna make him watch the fight.
Nah. I'm not. Look, I'll tell you. I don't even watch.
Were you excited? Like, were you physically excited watching Reggie during his bout on the bare knuckle? Like, were you, sometimes when we watching, a boxing match or MMA fight, we get to moving our hands like we in there fighting.
I wasn't into all that. No. Cause you gotta remember, I've been doing this before you were on the planet.
Y'all kill me with
You know what I'm
being
saying?
so unimpressed.
You wasn't even on the planet when I was doing this. Like, No, but seriously, I was like, I've been doing this since 1980. And the only thing that got me super excited is with these amateurs. Because you know what I'm saying? I just
The future for them.
Yeah. These other cats, these old guys, like, let me see this dude fight. Oh, he did a great job. Fantastic. I'm glad for you. You still got your senses. Now you can still sign your name. You still can count your money.
Yeah.
You don't need assistance.
So funny. I told y'all he was a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, but let me, on a lighter note though, for real, all these amateur guys, and y'all make sure y'all can hit me up on Facebook at Fast Eddie Cook. I might not friend you or nothing like that, but just hit me up on Facebook. If you got any comments, questions, or concerns, let me take that back. If you have any comments or questions, then go ahead and send me a message about boxing. keep it along the boxing lines. Anything about boxing, and if I can help you out, I try to help you out. If not, then I can direct you to somebody who may know something. Because once again, you got to remember, I've been in this game since 1980, so I was able to make friends with a lot of guys, man. So just holler at me if you need. Like I said, if you got any comments or questions, just talk to me. Facebook, Fast Eddie Cook.
Okay. Well, thank
also
you.
on Instagram too. I think I'm on Instagram. I gotta go.
Then you tell us you had a Fetty Bear Instagram account?
Fetty Bear's Instagram. Fetty Bear's is Twitter as well.
Oh,
and
okay.
Fetty Bear's on Facebook. Look, I do have a Instagram fast_Eddie Cook as well. I just gotta remember the password. You got about 75 passwords, and then you gotta change them.
Yes, you got a password for the password.
Not only that, they got where you don't even have to remember your password. Like you go on your phone,
Yeah, and it says remember.
automatically log you into stuff. So that means that you don't use your password, so you forget it. So
Absolutely. That's a
if I can
common
remember,
thing.
I gotta remember my password on fast_Eddie Cook on Instagram, and I do get back with you.
Okay.
It might be a day or so,
But he will respond.
week or so, month or so. It might be a year or so. But the bottom line is, I'm gonna hit you back.
He not gonna let y'all wait no daggone year.
It'd be like,
It might, maybe at the longest I say a week, but he ain't gonna make you wait no year.
Yeah,
That's
but
what's
I will get back with you though. If I don't say nothing but hey, what's up, and let you know that I got your message.
Well, you know what? It has been an honor. Honor talking to you. It's always an honor when I see you at the events and I see you in the boxing club. It's always just an honor, and I thank you for giving me, Fight Heads MMA, this interview and giving us knowledge and giving us, progress.
But you thought this was free?
Y'all see what this is? See now? See. Yeah, he gonna make me work for it now, y'all. I'll be out here in front of the Civic Center in a minute.
You know what? When we was walking up here, I was sending you an invoice via PayPal. You thought I was talking about?
Oh, I sent him an invoice last night too for $999.99. He said, "Yeah, I got you on December 32nd." Oh, I thought I was gonna fall off the bed when I read that message.
Nah, it's all good though.
Yes.
Number love.
Yes, and don't forget kids and boxers, trainers, coaches. If you ever have a question or comments or anything, go to Fast Eddie Cook's social media. Go to Fetty Bear.
She gave me an English name, Fast Eddie Cook.
See, that's I can't talk because I'm over here messing with him.
Who's a court? Hi, mate.
Make sure y'all go up to his page. Be looking for those T-shirts. He had on the better T-shirt yesterday. This one only got the little logo.
Time out.
Well, hold on. No. Not that the shirt is bad, but I'm saying yesterday he had on the Fetty Bear was on front of the shirt.
Right.
You can see the whole Fetty Bear.
Right.
He got the little patch today on the arm, so we can't see it as well as we seen the other one yesterday. But that shirt is off the chain, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, if I got a picture of him in the shirt, I'm gonna load it up so y'all can see it. And go ahead and put your order in. And for the headphones too. Yeah, we need. Yeah, see them. Them is nice, y'all. They real nice.
It's on.
They sound good. They look good. Nice little leather on the outside there. I mean, on the inside when you touch your ears.
Yeah, it's on Instagram and like I said, Facebook, the Fetty Bear, and me. And then WorldChampBoxing.org is on. Well, it's actually World Champ Boxing on.
Okay.
It's on Instagram and it's on Facebook. Yeah, I think I set that up like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
worldboxing.org.
WorldChampBoxing.org is the website. World Champ Boxing is the Instagram and the Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I think it's World Champ Boxing 18 for Instagram and World Champ Boxing for Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm all over the place, man.
Well, y'all know when y'all find it. Y'all know y'all see Fetty Bear up there himself.
Right.
Waiting.
Yeah. And then once again, go to FettyBear.com. Make sure you order a shirt, and just support the brother. I really appreciate it. Much love always, man.
Thank you so much. Former world champ, Fast Eddie Cook in the house, y'all.
Hey, Mom. That's how they be doing, right? I love you, Mom.